the best position to be in transition when you want to learn and take learning is in the exploration phase, okay, here. So change, shock, denial, painful, realization, exploration, and acceptance, okay? The best place to learn is when you're exploring new things. That's when you're most susceptible to learning, but it's also the time that you will see opportunities, okay? You will see opportunities out there. When you are here in change, stuck in the rut, feeling a bit annoyed or wound up or fed up or down and low, it's very difficult to see opportunities, okay? It's more difficult to create opportunities, and sometimes you'll even ignore there are opportunities that exist out there, yeah? Like I said to you this morning, COVID created sense of urgency for us. How quickly did we adapt? You know, if I'd have said, I don't know if you heard me say this morning, Pete, because you came in about halfway through, but if I'd have said to Peter Law back in March, Pete, in 2 weeks, yeah, you need to make sure that the majority of people are going to be working at home, you can keep the business running, connectivity needs to be good in place, and everything needs to go on like that for the next 6 or 7 months. I think Pete would have gone, really? Really? Can we do that? We'd have probably asked people in the business and they'd have gone, 2 weeks is too short a deadline, and so on and so on. But look what happened. Look how quickly we reacted, and look at the opportunities people took to be able, the first thing that Pete said today was, go out for half an hour at lunchtime or during your day when you're working at home, because A, you can, and B, you can take the opportunity to spend that time, get a bit of fresh air, change the chemistry in your body. Loads of opportunities have come out, as always, from adversity. Yeah, we get lots, but in order to see them, in order to to grasp them, what we have to do sometimes is we have to be in this phase of transition, okay? So we have to be in this phase of change and transition. That's where we really grasp opportunities. Back here, you probably won't see any. On the way down, if you do see some, you might ignore them and pretend they're not there. But certainly when you're coming out of this, you start to seek out and you start to see opportunities that can be taken. And some of those opportunities we talked about this morning. In the 2020 What's Learning, opportunities for people to work more productively, have flexible days rather than travelling to the work, getting more time back. There's been other stuff that's been not so good, that's balanced it out, but there are some people that have just kind of moaned about the way things are for the last 6 or 7 months, and continue to moan, which tells me they're here, they're not looking to take any opportunities out of this, they're not seeking any opportunities, they're certainly not trying to make any opportunities out of this, and they're kind of still here. So again, it kind of proves the point that the best place to be in transition, to see opportunities, is in this phase, which means we need to help people through change on a regular basis. And the great thing is, this has been a big change for people. So organisational changes going forward, they shouldn't be that big. They shouldn't be as big as a global pandemic, which means if we've got through that, that gives us a great recall memory of being successful, albeit it might have been painful while we were down here, yeah? But it gives us a great recall memory to take opportunities in the future and grab hold of change and actually get good at transition. This is something we can get good at. So one of the first opportunities that we can take in 2021 is all the learning from 2020 and get good at change. Get good at transition. We always know people are going to go through pain and change. That's what change is. We are human beings and we have a physiological reaction to change. But if we can shorten the time and squash the curve, we can also help people through transition and get them to see opportunities when they arise, or even create their own. You never know.